It's a good day to be in the city of Ocala.
Yeah, good morning. How are you today, Tom? Everything's good on my end.
You know, I got my mind blown last night, and I need your help
Uh-oh.
because it just doesn't. I can't wrap my head around this. And you know, as big as my cranium is, you would think I could wrap it around something.
You should be able
I
to.
mean,
What's up?
it was 7 7/8 in college. I'm sure it's a little bigger now. I didn't do any growth hormones, but I think I just got fatter, and maybe some of that fat went to my head. I don't know, but still. I'm talking to a friend of mine yesterday who's a registered nurse. And somehow we're talking about, wait for it, COVID. Imagine that. And I said, but I wash my hands and everything. He goes, you don't do something stupid and spend extra money on antibacterial, do you? And I go, yeah, antibacterial is better than regular soap. He goes, not for COVID. I go, sure it is. It's antibacterial. He goes, COVID's a virus. It's not a bacteria. That's no better than just Ivory soap or your regular dishwashing soap. Antibacterial is not going to kill a virus. It just kills bacteria. And I went, damn, is he right? So have I been wasting money, Galen, on antibacterial soap when I could have just bought the cheap 99-cent stuff and just been just as effective?
It depends on the antibacterial. It's just got to have a little bleach or alcohol.
You know, these antibacterial soaps, you think they're going to be good for you. But he made a good point. He goes, you're trying to kill a virus with antibacterial. You don't kill viruses. Viruses and bacteria are two different things.
There's a lot of talk about that.
That's the problem. That's my problem, is there's so much information out there. Who knows what's right? Who knows what's wrong? Who knows what's up? Who knows what's down? I got smoke coming out of my ears trying to keep up.
But the truth is just washing your hands
helps me
eliminate a lot of
because you eliminate germs and stuff. Certainly,
absolutely.
But I've been spending the money on the antibacterial, and he's like, no, dishwashing liquid is just as good.
You can't even get soap that's not antibacterial because all soap kills a certain amount of. There are a lot of things to worry about. I wouldn't consider that to be one of them.
Oh, it kept me up all night. I was awake all night. What are you talking about? I was awake all night.
Oh, you need to not be awake all night.
So
worry about something else. Worry about world peace.
So I went and played trivia last night. Every now and then I'll go play.
For me.
I mean, like here, what jazz that begins and ends with the same letter was invented and popularized in New Orleans using a banjo and piano?
I have no idea.
Dixieland.
Oh, geez. See, I would have gotten no shot.
No shot. I mean, that was the question. I was like, okay. This stretch of 5 questions is meant to just make everybody in the room understand how stupid they are.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Trivia Host. You've now made everybody in the room feel dumb. I appreciate it. Yeah, good.
Well, and again, there's a good trivia guy, and apparently you're okay at it.
I'm not spectacular. I'm not spectacular, but I'm not bad. You know what I mean?
But you gotta be able to. And again, everything gets a little harder, but you don't want to make it so hard that, wow, I feel dumb. I'm never coming back.
Okay, here's the thing. You got to know your room. You know what I mean? You got to know whether you're in a room full of scholars or you're in a room full of, folks that are just there to have some alcoholic beverages, some food, and play a little game while they're there. That's 90% of trivia is people who are having a few drinks, having some socialization, and they got a trivia game as part of it. So you do have to get a little harder to separate people, but you don't have to get Final Jeopardy during Tournament of Champions hard. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
But now I hosted a game in Gainesville that was at a restaurant there that all the doctoral students for history, the master students for chemistry and all, the level of crowd here was, the average age was about 27 years old. They were all either bartenders or servers in their graduate school days or their doctoral days at the University of Florida. Now that room, you couldn't get away with, what is the chemical symbol for salt? You couldn't get away with that. they would laugh you out of the building how easy that was. But you got to know your room. It's kind of like radio. You got to know the people listening. I don't talk a whole lot about how much, Joe Biden's doing a good job for two reasons. One, he's doing a crappy job. And two, my listening audience wants to hear that Joe Biden's doing a crappy job.
Absolutely.
So you got to know, it's kind of like your job. You got to know your room. Got to know your room.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
I people are still, it's amazing to me how uneducated or confused, I don't want to say uneducated, how confused people are over how these runoffs work.
Oh, really? I haven't had that problem. All right.
Somebody an email today from Elaine said, when you and Galen are talking, can y'all please explain the runoffs? I'm a little confused how they work. They work the same way that you just voted. Except now there's, instead of 6 people in District 4, there's 2 people in District 4. Instead of 3 people in District 3, there's 2 people in District 3. And now the slate's clean.
The date that it is
November 2nd. November 2nd.
All right.
All the slates are clean, and now you start over and we revote. That's all it is. It's not rocket science. There's no special way to do this. For the next 6 weeks, we're going to be inundated now. Instead of 15 people running, there's 4 people running, and we're going to be inundated by those 4 people. That's it in a nutshell.
Again, I don't have a problem. I don't think that's a stupid question because that means that person wants to vote and be engaged.
Well, that's why I said uneducated was the wrong word. Confused. And they're asking. They want to clear it up.
That's fair.
And they want to clear it up, which is good.
That's completely fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm okay with that.
have you? Is your neighborhood very satisfied with the outcome of the election?
Not yet. There's one. It's crazy. We have like this place down at the end of the street. We call it the Pit, and people bring their dogs there and they just let them run around. It's like a retention pond.
So it's like a pseudo dog park without the designation.
Correct. And so it was funny. Last night there were like 5 of us out there, and we were all talking about the election, and they all pretty much, all but one of them said, yeah, we got one man to get rid of. So it was like, wow.
Poor Jay.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, because again, the 7-Eleven is a very, very big deal.
Yeah, we're back. I knew we were back to the 7-Eleven.
Because of the traffic. It's the traffic, and the last thing we needed is another convenience store.
Well, you are going to have vagrants walking through your lots and everything, and the homeless are going to put a tent encampment up in your place. That retention pond's going to be a tent encampment for the homeless that want to get alcohol till 2 a.m. So they're going to camp out in that retention pond to get beer at 1:45 in the morning. That's what's going to happen. You're going to have a tent encampment.
Gwen won. That's all I could say. Thank God Gwen won, or we'd be out there with our licensed armor and just let's go to town, people.
There's a convenience store that sells beer directly across the street, right? You know that, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know that,
but
right?
Nobody in their right mind's crossing that street.
No, you die if you try to cross Maricamp. You die.
Oh, correct.
You die.
I mean, yeah, it's 8 lanes of traffic, and sometimes you're going 110.
Well, here's what we need to do. Here's what your neighborhood would love this. What we really need to do is make 25th Avenue 8-lane and Maricamp 10-lane. That's what we need to do.
Sure, absolutely.
That's what we need to do.
We need less traffic.
Your neighborhood would love 10 lanes of Maricamp right in front of them.
Yeah, I don't think we'd have a problem with that. It's just the
no, because you wouldn't, because to do 10 lanes of Maricamp, the 7-Eleven would have to go away.
Well, that's true. We'd be okay with that. I mean, is that on the table?
Eminent domain would have to take the 7-Eleven away. You know what I mean?
Oh my God! By the way, I know we're goofing off, but did you see that Biden is talking about eminent domaining something like 1 million acres of land to make it federal land for environmental protection?
Yes.
Did you read that?
Yes.
Holy cow. It'll be the largest land grab in the history of our country.
Well,
and anybody who knows anything about these kind of things and the people who use that land, the ranchers, they've already designated that. They've been trying to get in front of this for decades, one. And two, they love that openness of the land.
Yes.
And he's just going to say, no. You no longer own it.
We're taking it
The
from
federal
you.
government now owns it. And that is going to be, wow, what a, wow.
Well, I have to disagree with
you know how he's doing it? Did you see how he's doing it?
Go ahead.
Executive
Exactly.
order.
Executive order. Not through Congress, nothing like that. Executive order. Hey, I do have to disagree with you, though. It's not the largest land grab in U.S. history. The largest land grab in U.S. history started when the 13 colonies came up with Manifest Destiny. That was the largest land grab in U.S. history.
Okay.
Ask the Native Americans.
Yeah.
That was the largest land grab in U.S. history.
Yeah, but we were a colony then. We weren't a country.
No.
That's
But
what I'm
once we were a country, Thomas Jefferson started with buying the Louisiana Purchase from France, which I don't even know why France could sell that.
But by default, that's not a land grab, right? That is a purchase of land that somebody else may have still.
Yes, but then everything west of the Louisiana Purchase, was a land grab.
There wasn't much there.
Oh, there's a ton there. The Louisiana Purchase stopped at the Rocky Mountains.
No, I know, but they're, it's fair. It's fair. Yeah, it's fair. But they just weren't recognized.
Remember, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Nevada, California, Washington, and Oregon. That was a land grab, brother.
Yeah, I know.
That's a land grab.
There's nobody living in
We went and fought a war that we didn't need to fight against Mexico as a land grab.
Sure, but that was, again, it wasn't by federal. Yeah, I guess it kind of was.
Yeah, it was.
By the gun. That's different. If you dominate someone, it's different, apparently, in my brain.
Yeah. So, hey, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Galen from Life South, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back. On a Thursday, Galen from Life South joins us as he does every day thanks to the good folks at Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. They're located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. They offer skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. If you have any questions, give Palm Gardens a call, 352-854-6262. Penn Flooring, family-owned and operated, serving Marion County for over 30-plus years. Penn Flooring is a full-service flooring company dedicated to finding the best solution for your flooring needs and having experience with both commercial and residential flooring. Go see their spacious showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street in Ocala or give them a call, 352-351-3420. And of course, Just Ship, they're flipping the script on shipping. Instead of you having to take your item, package it up, box it up, take it to the post office, wasting not only time and money, you just make it a point with Just Shipped for a small pickup fee plus postage. They come pick your item up, they package it up, they box it up, they go stand in the lines at the post office, at the UPS store, saving you not only money, but time. And we all know time is money. So justship.net if you want to save time and money on your next shipping endeavor. Galen Unall from Life South joins us. Galen, we were talking about, we were having a little fun this morning talking about this item and that item, but serious business, when you can use an executive order to take 1 million acres of land, what's to stop you from writing an executive order that says Roe versus Wade can never be touched? Or what's to stop you from writing an executive order that's saying if you're, say if you're another president, that anybody that's name is Garcia or Lopez isn't allowed in the country because of their Spanish heritage or something? What's to stop this? Well, once you go down that slippery slope, what's to stop any kind of idiocracy being used with an executive order?
Well, what that just makes him is a king.
Right, exactly.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. It has shades of a monarchy.
It is a monarchy. It's not shades. That is absolutely a monarchy. I don't care how you slice it. And again, I think that's why I looked at it and like, oh my God. And the
king wants your land. The king
underneath.
wants your land. The king decrees he gets your land.
It'll kind of go underneath. It'll kind of go away a little bit. You won't hear a lot about this because the media and the people in charge think that ranchers are bad and these people don't own that much land and the land should belong to the people, right? All that stuff. So I'm curious as to how this all shakes out.
I wonder if these
and what here's the real question I have is if he does do this, what recourse do these ranchers and these landowners have? Because it's a presidential decree. Can they sue them and say this is unconstitutional? There is no constitutional reference to
executive privilege,
presidential decree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there just isn't.
There is no explanation of executive order anywhere in the Constitution.
It's not listed. It was something that was given. The president just decided, yeah, this is something I should be able to do.
I'm president, and you know who the first president was to issue a executive order?
Go ahead.
George Washington.
That's correct.
I know it's correct, but so and that if Washington makes the precedent, that's where it gets its legs from. I just wish the Senate and the House would understand that Washington set the president of term limits. What the hell are they doing?
Correct. Yeah, I don't think he was limiting power, not granting power.
Yeah, Washington purposely set term limits. What the hell's Congress doing?
Sure. I completely agree with you.
So, but when I saw that, I go, he's really talking about just going and saying, I mean, basically just throwing a dart at the map and say, we now own that.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
I mean, what's to stop him from taking? What's to stop him if they find out there's a large conglomerate of gopher turtles somewhere in your subdivision? Joe Biden going, okay, that subdivision now belongs to the U.S. government. It's a national preserve. Get out.
Correct, and you have to get out.
What's to stop that?
That's the real issue. And I read this article and I'm like, why aren't we screaming this at the rooftops? But again, we'll see. It'll be very, very interesting to see how people respond to this, right? If it gets any traction whatsoever. And I would say call your congressman, but they can't do a darn thing about it.
No, it's an executive order. There's nothing they can do. Nothing they can do.
Wow. And this is the kind of thing, just so you know, that he would write on his way out, right? This is something that he would just decide, oh yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this. Yeah, on my way out the door. Because
Certainly.
I really, I think anybody who watches him is really questioning how much in charge he really is. I mean, I saw his UN speech. I was like, oh boy.
Well,
Oh boy. So, yeah. Let's see how this shakes out. But it's something everyone should pay attention.
everybody, because it really is an old-fashioned land grab. That's exactly. It's almost like, and don't get me wrong, in the West, out west in the ranch lands, okay, Wyoming, Idaho, those areas out there, the ranchers that have been there for 6, 7, 8 generations, and there are ranchers out there that have been there 6, 7, 8 generations. Did they land grab? That's debatable. You know, putting up barbed wire on land that you said was yours, or stopping rivers so that people downstream couldn't get fertile land so they could grow stuff, so the land was unusable, so then you took it that way. It's you could say that some of the stuff that happened in the 1800s was a land grab by ranchers. But that was a private citizen that could have went to court and got your land back or sued or something like that.
Correct.
This isn't the federal government that wrote an executive order said get the hell out.
That's correct. I don't know. Again, there's some. This is a real problem.
You know what else is a real problem?
A real problem.
Is the supporters of Joe Biden say, "Oh yeah, you need to take this land to, make this preserve and blah 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 blah." And the ranchers are bad. And are y'all the ones buying the leather pants and the leather jackets? Are all of you vegetarians? None of you are buying the beef and the lamb, or none of you buying wool clothes from the sheep that are out there that they're using on that land, right? Nobody's doing anything, right? You're all dressed in hemp clothes. You got your dreadlock hair, and you're eating falafels. Is that right? Because if you're not, then you're being disingenuous. Am I off base there?
Not at all. Not in any way, shape, or form. So, I think we just have to deal with this stuff. But how?
More executive orders in his first year than any other president in history. In history.
Correct.
Galen, we got to take a break. You come back on the other side. We'll talk a little sports. Get a little more Ryder Cup. Get people set up for the football week coming up. We'll do that next. We're with Galen from Life South, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.